Hey everyone, welcome back to NFA Review Channel. It has been quite a while since Enfield Rifle Company has made an appearance here on the channel. Actually, I haven't filmed with them since I lived in my old house. Okay, so we've since moved and we have a new suppressor. Now, I first saw this in the flesh at SHOT Show 2023. It was a prototype and they were walking around with it in their pocket. Thought that was pretty cool. So that was a prototype version of what we have right here, the new Air 9 9mm suppressor from Enfield Rifle Company. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that animation and get right down to business. Okay, as usual, we're gonna start with the details here in the studio and then hit the range and see what it sounds like. So, overall length comes in at 5.5 inches. The diameter is 1.25 inches and the weight 3.6 ounces. Very light, more on that later. As for the material makeup, your baffle stack inside is going to be 7075 T6 aluminum with a Type 3 hard coat anodizing. The tube is aluminum as well, but the blast baffle and the mount are both 174 heat treated stainless steel. The finish is a high temperature black Cerakote and caliber rated is 22 long rifle to 9mm. As far as the mounts, it ships with a heat treated, as you can see here, beautiful gold finish, 1/2x28 mount, but they actually sent me a, looks like non-heat treated, 13x5x1 for your metric threads for your European guns like HK, Sig Sauer, stuff like that. So that's gonna be pretty cool. We'll be using that today. I requested that. It's something they're gonna start carrying now. They just sent it out as quick as possible, probably why it's not heat treated, but actually, I kind of prefer that because now I can just tell at a glance which one is which. As for firing schedule, semi-auto only because this is a purpose-built suppressor and MSRP comes in at $525. Now, what makes this thing so unique and different from all the other suppressors out there? Take a look at the profile of the suppressor and how small it is. This was specifically designed for pistol use. Again, you heard semi-automatic only. This is designed for handguns and look, there's no booster. So boosterless operation because it only weighs 3.6 ounces. It's not gonna weigh those Browning tilt type action barrels down enough to cause a malfunction. So this should just sit on the end of the gun and not change the handling characteristics of a handgun. Because it does suck to throw a huge, gigantic, 1.375 diameter suppressor on there that's like 8 inches long on the end of your Glock or Beretta or HK, Sig Sauer, whatever you guys are used to shooting out there. It does change the handling characteristics and it does block the sights, which this one should not. So 3.6 ounces, no booster required, specifically designed for handguns. And it does come apart for service. You'll see here on the front of the end cap, you'll see these shallow holes here for a spanner wrench. However, this, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the first review. Okay, the serial number means nothing to me because I don't know how they do it, but I think the first third party to get one of these. That's how new this is. And I got this before the manuals are completed and before the box is completed, so I don't even have the front takedown tool. But if you go to their website, and I'll show you here, it's just like any other 9mm suppressor that you can take apart. You just unscrew the front cap and you'll see those baffles just slide right out the front. You'll see that they are hard coat anodized, and you see that gold one there at the front. That is the 17.4 heat treated blast baffle to prevent baffle erosion. So I have a Beretta off frame here. We will be shooting this little guy today, and we'll just show you what it looks like on the Beretta. It's pretty cool. And the sights on this Beretta are right in line with the top of the suppressor. So considering how close the bore line is to the sights on the Beretta, that's probably your worst case scenario here for sight alignment. We'll try some other things today. I'll definitely bring out one of the HKs, maybe a Glock or a SIG, something like that. We're gonna have some fun today. I'm gonna try to keep things short here in the studio because I know you guys would rather have a longer shooting segment than me blabbing here in the studio. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and hit the range. Before we get shooting, a quick word from our sponsor, Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest silencer dealer and have expanded their silencer shipping ability to multiple states, with even more on the way. They can still ship directly to Texas residents, but they can now deliver silencers directly to your door for those in many other states. The process is simple and keeps everything in-house. So there are no additional dealers, transfer fees, or headaches. They manage the entire process from start to finish to make your life easier. The process is very simple. Once you purchase a silencer online through their website, you'll be contacted to begin your online customer profile to provide them with fingerprints and other necessary information to complete your e-file Form 4. After the ATF approves your form, Capital Armory will initiate electronic transfer paperwork with you, and your silencer will be mailed directly to your front door. And the best part is, your customer profile only needs to be done once, so you'll be ready to go for all future orders. Head to capitalarmory.com today to learn more. A little gassy with the Beretta open slide design. Steel just for science. Clean it. Sorry, I brought a dirty gun. Dirty 22. Yeah. Come on. All right. Well, you get it. All right. All right, so every now and then when I come out here, things don't go as planned and I get some unexpected results. So I did not expect my favorite host to be the Springfield Armory Echelon. I'm an HK nerd, obviously. I thought the best sounding host would have been the USP 9SD due to the barrel length and the lock time, or the Beretta. You know, Berettas sound pretty good due to the lock time on a Beretta, but it does have an open breech area, and you do sometimes get unburnt granules to the face and gas, which I did today. This little guy, the compact, I had high hopes for. but it just didn't want to run with the suppressor. This is a brand new USB Compact 9, so it's not broken in yet. Not making excuses, just telling you facts here. So all these guns are pretty well worn. This one is not. It's barely been fired at all. It's a new unit. I just got it a couple months ago. So take that for what you will. But it didn't really run well today. I tried different ammo weights. Today we're shooting 165 grain Capital Armory. It ran fine on everything else. I tried 147, even 115 off camera, and it kept hanging up. So not recommending that host for this. The 22, again, I'll show you some close-ups here. It's dirty, okay? I don't really have time to clean my guns these days. I know that sucks. I mean, my Cabots that I just shot, I still haven't cleaned those, and those guns are like $10,000 a piece, to give you guys an idea. Like, I will clean them, but I'm really busy, so I just don't get to it. So this one I'm gonna have to field strip and clean. It's pretty bad. So we didn't shoot that anymore today because it was just annoying me. So when we shot the downrange scenes, I'm like, let's just rock this guy, because that's our best case scenario for what we have out here. And I don't know, I'm really warming up to this gun. Some people gave the Echelon some hate when it came out, but I gotta tell you, with the threaded barrel, got the red dot on there. I mean, it wasn't obstructed in the least bit today, and it had probably the least first round pop out of any of these hosts, and the subsequent shots sounded the best. It sounded damn good downrange as well. I reviewed it here, and it sounded very good, which leads me back to the suppressor. Guys, this is not a full-size suppressor. This is a niche can. This is something you guys get after you have a safe full of other cans and you circle back to your pistol calibers again, you know, after getting all your rifle cans and stuff like that. This is that suppressor, that lightweight, off-the-wall, cool little suppressor. And I'm telling you, it's suppressing way better than it should. This is not a wet suppressor. It's just shot dry out here today, especially when shooting downrange. I didn't have this tree coverage here that I do when I'm shooting here at this table, and it was a more open field. I could hear the sound kind of spread out a lot faster than it does here, because I get sound reflecting surfaces around me. I mean, here's my iPhone 14 Max. I mean, it's like smaller in length. I mean, this is a small suppressor, guys. I can't drive that point home enough that it's really doing well for how small it is. And it sounded good. I'll put it up there with some other 9mm cans as far as how good it sounded on this Echelon. It's very weird. So I don't know what to take home from that, but hope you guys enjoyed the review. We hope to see more Enfield Rifle Company here on the channel. I'm very backed up on videos. I have a lot to do. I don't know if I get through all of them before SHOT Show. SHOT Show is fast approaching. I'm gonna do my best to get it done. I need to film another review today before the sun goes down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to that. You guys click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.